Paul, that's another point on the board. What are your thoughts after that absorbing 90 minutes?
Yeah, really proud, really. I thought the lads were excellent. You know, we asked them to play in a way where, the 9 and 10 drop in, make it awkward, don't let them get it to their midfielders. The midfielders had a job. The 7 comes in, Warne comes in, and that was our shape. But we knew when we won the ball back, because the Ogilvy goes really high and wide onto Kane, that was the pass out, and we obviously scored 2 goals from it. So credit to the analysts and Rich and Hammy and who coached the lads and try and find a weakness. I thought overall our performance was pretty good away from home. Like, the place was bouncing, obviously, and it was like, don't forget, this is third tier football. I mean, this is a joke. This amount of people turn up to watch third tier. So generally, I was really proud of the performance. Like, there's a lot of effort gone into it, a lot of out of possession stuff, a lot of hard work. I was just disappointed that we dropped 2 points from a 30-yard scream. I felt like it got to the stage where they sort of run out of ideas a little bit. A lot of balls in behind, kept running out for goal kicks. The lads defended the box really well, and we always looked dangerous on the counter. Like, Nat was excellent on the counter. Colo worked really hard, considering how long he's been out for us. Massive respect for him. But Blackett-Taylor as well was a constant threat, and a couple of times on the counters, if it had fallen a bit nicer, we might have got the third elusive goal, which would have maybe done enough to win it. But nothing but pride, and like, that point could be massive come the end.
I suppose that's the key there. You say that it could end up being hugely important for you, and I don't think many teams will come here to Portsmouth, Fratton Park and put in a performance like that and give them the problems that you did. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, especially at this time of year, because if it was the other way around, if we were at Pride Park and we were 5 points clear of Pompey, like, you play with a bit more, not confidence, but a bit more, maybe confidence, maybe arrogance, to be fair. So, like, we've come here, we've had to, I mean, I still think the first goal was offside, but when you're away from home, you maybe not get them decisions. So, all in all, I'm pleased. But, if we were losing 2-1 and we got a draw, it'd be, wow, what a point. When you're winning 2-1 and you feel like the game's just running out of steam, they'd made their changes, I felt like we would ride the storm, but unfortunately not to be. But it doesn't take anything away from how much effort everyone's put in.
2 goals for Joe Ward tonight. He's had to wait a long time for his first derby goals, and then he gets 2 in one night. A lovely first goal as well. Great work by Corey Blackett-Taylor, and then the second one, yes, it took a deflection, but he's took the shot on. Yeah,
well, we said to the lads before the game, it's definitely a night to shoot, and to shoot low, because it skids off the ground. The disappointing thing for me is that's his first goal. That's a mug, and we have to buy in the same pay month. I had to buy Eve's one, so that's 14 quid straight out of Warne Bank. So that's a disappointing thing, but really pleased for him. His performance was excellent, really disciplined. Like Ward, he's got. I don't think until recently the Derby fans really saw the best of Wardy, but in the last few weeks, I think you can see it. Like Kane behind him as well. Those two between him are like absolute double trouble. So really pleased for him to score goals, because we asked him to do a lot of work today out of possession and to keep tucking in, and and it's testament to how well they've been coached this week and how well they took the information on. It's all right being coached, but if you decide to play your own way when you go out there, it's absolutely reckless. So the fact they took the instructions on really, really pleases me.
What were the conditions like from being up close to the pitch? Because there was a point in the first half where it didn't feel like the water was going away at all.
No, well, well, 2 things really. I think if it wasn't on telly, I don't think it was under any doubt. But in fairness to Portsmouth, the pitch is immaculate. So it's so solid with grass. If it wasn't solid with grass, and like some of the other League One pitches, this wouldn't have been playable. My only disappointment was every time Corey looked dangerous, he took on a puddle and lost it. Like, I lost him from like knee below. So that weren't great for us because we were in dangerous areas. But it was, the wind was swirly, it was but it's the same for both teams, really. So I'm not being precious about our lads can only play when it's sunny and 22 degrees, but it did make it probably, there was a few tackles, a few, probably a bit more lively than normal.
You happy with the 4 points you picked up then from these 2 games over Easter? Because you said the other day that minimum 3, you've got 4 now.
Well, we've given more than I expected. No, obviously we wanted 6, but if you'd have said to me prior to, going into it, Blackpool's 3, especially, let's not kid ourselves, off the back of Northampton, which still gripes me, but if you said to me we got 4 points from Blackpool at home and Pompey away, of course I'd have took it. It's just that we looked pretty solid tonight, so it's just disappointing we didn't take all 3. But like I said, it isn't through a lack of effort. If sometimes if it's written in the stars that they're going to score a 30-yard screamer near the top corner, then that's what it is. So 4 points is good, but it's only good if you back it up. If you go to Wycombe and you don't pick anything up, this point looks worse, if that makes sense. Yeah. If you back it up with 3 points at Wycombe, which is a big ask, by the way, this point could be the point that, you know, defines you. So, but points are so hard to come by, hence why it's disappointing when you don't take any points at a Northampton, or you drop 2 points at home to Wycombe. Like, points are, goodness me, the lads put so much effort in for 1 point, but 1 point is still impressive at this time of the season, in this sort of pressure.
And just lastly, I know we joked at Charlton that we always talk about the fans afterwards, but you had 2,000 fans coming down on a Tuesday night for an 8 o'clock kick-off, and the Portsmouth fans...
There's a few points, yeah.
Portsmouth fans played their part as well. It just felt like a proper game.
I mean, like, football is theatre, by the way. People, like, I know it's a sport, but people turn up to think, right, what am I going to see? And the fans play a massive part in that theatre. Sometimes when we watch the opposition of teams, and you watch it, you think there's no one there, it looks horrific. So fans make it. But what was good about tonight was, I mean, in fairness to the fans who turned up in this weather must have thought, wow, there's other places I could be. I could be at home warm watching it on TV, to be fair. But there was flags, weren't there? Yes. Flags, though, flags coming out of nowhere. This is good. Love a flag. So if you bought a flag today, you are 10% part of our point. So thank you very much. But yeah, appreciate the fans. I'd appreciate the fans as well staying to the end. And like the ones who know football really well will know how hard the lads worked and respectfully clap the lads off. So I get their disappointment not getting all three. No one's more disappointed than me and my staff and the team. But you know, a good point against a good team with a good performance. So we can build on that. And I say this all the time, but there could be 7 games left yet. So we've just got, you know, not get too high, not get too low. Point straight down the middle, isn't it? So happy days.